This episode is all about making offers. If you know that will level up your business, please join me in March for a one-off workshop called Creating Offers, Make Money Sooner. I'm going to leave the details in the show notes. Click on there and I'll send you more info. Now, let's dive in. Have you created your first offer? Do you have a series of offers that your perfect client avatar will be happy to buy from you and create the fabulous transformation that they want in their lives? No? Not quite? Well, look, fair enough. When you're new, you're a new coach, you're a new course creator, making an offer is one of the biggest things that you have to overcome at the very, very beginning. And when I say beginning, it's so fundamental that you address what your offer is really early on as you start in your new profession. Welcome to Action Taker Tribe. I'm Jo Ingram, and today it's all about creating your first offer. So first of all, let's dive in and ask, what is an offer? To be really, really simple, it's anything that you can offer that you will be paid for. It's something that creates a transformation and impact for your perfect customer and builds your business because you're making money. It could be a free offer, but that isn't what we're concentrating on today, because there's a massive difference between something you offer for free and something that someone pays you for. Two big differences. First is that being paid will build your business. And unless you make profit, you have not got a business, you've got a hobby. And the second thing is that when you have a paid offer, you are much more likely to create massive transformation for your customers. Have you ever heard the phrase that the person that pays attention? Or my favorite one, which is the transformation starts in the transaction. When people make an investment, they make an investment in their time, energy, and themselves to actually make sure they do what they're paying for. It's true for you, right? How many times have you joined a program? Perhaps it was just a freebie that you got sent into your inbox. Right, hands up here. My inbox is full of phenomenal value that I have not utilized to my own advantage. Someone offers me a little free course on this. I'm like, yeah, I want that. That sounds really useful. Lands in my inbox. Haven't done it. Why is that? Well, I haven't paid for it. I haven't put my money down and said, this is something I'm investing in. And because of that, I haven't done it. And when you make an offer that someone pays you for, they are so much more likely to get that transformation. And as a coach or a course creator, that is what we're after. We want people to transform. We want people to really get that difference in their lives. We certainly want those great testimonials and people saying, fantastic, thank you so much. And we want to do that for more and more people over time. So how do you go about creating your first offer? And this is a sticking point for so many newbies. And as you start and you think to yourself, what could I offer? What could I charge for? And I come across two main blocks. I've experienced these myself, and I see it all the time in the people that I work with. The first is mindset, and the second is in implementation. So let's talk about mindset just for a minute here. Making an offer is a massive deal at the beginning for many people. Why is that? Well, it's talking about money exchange. And like, hands up right now, if you have a money mindset issue, well, I expect everyone's hands should be up because we just struggle with it in so many different ways. And we have to overcome it all the time. It's not just like, oh, I've dealt with it and it's gone. Different things will crop up. And for newbies at the beginning, getting paid for that first offer is a massive barrier to actually becoming a successful coach, course creator, and running a profitable business. So if you're finding that making an offer is difficult because you don't feel that you have that worth about asking for money, look at yourself really, really carefully and ask yourself two questions. First is, have I created a difference, change, improvement in my own life? And is that what I'm helping somebody else do? Or have I helped somebody else do this in some way? And if the answer to either of these is yes, you deserve to be paid for the transformation you can create. Something I've heard many, many times now is people saying, but I'm not good enough. I haven't done this for very long. I don't know all the answers. I'm not as far ahead as I would like to be. How can I possibly ask someone to pay me for this information when I don't feel that confidence in myself? Well, first of all, take a deep breath because it's hard for everyone. I get it. I get it 100%. I've been in this business well under a year myself. I understand all of the steps that we have to take through that first difficult year to become the person we're proud of, stepping up in our own business. But first of all, do not forget that you don't have to be the finished article in order to help somebody else. And in actual fact, many people don't want to learn from others that they perceive to be too far ahead. It seems unrealistic. It seems that they'll never achieve what that other person has. And actually, what they want to see is someone just a few steps ahead. They want to be able to relate to your struggles and your journey. So literally just being that 10 millimeters ahead of somebody else, those 2 steps, is actually a massive benefit. So be proud of the fact that you were only where they are yesterday, or so it seems. Tell it to them that I know exactly how you feel, because it was a short time ago that I was in your situation, and now I'm a few steps ahead, and let me show you how. Or I helped somebody else create this transformation, and I would love to do the same for you. I'm going to walk you through those steps. That's the promise. It isn't more dramatic than that. And the second block is about implementation. You know what you need to do, but you just haven't done it. You're not quite sure what the steps are to go through to create that offer. What does it actually mean, create an offer? How do you put it out in the world and charge for it and market it and all the steps you need to actually be paid to do something? Well, this area of offers is a big area. And today in this episode, I'd really like to cover some of the essentials to make sure that you're on your path to creating your first offer and you can get it out in the world sooner rather than later. First important question to ask, who do you help? This is about your ideal client avatar. We must always start here when we create an offer. Your ideal client avatar is the person that you are able to help. And you need to be really, really clear on who they are and what they need. Until you've got that bit in place, creating an offer is far, far more difficult. So if you've skipped this or you're a bit unclear, always go back to make sure that you've researched your client avatar first. Find out what problem they actually have. This is their pain points. Where is it they're starting from? Perhaps it was where you started from. Perhaps you're really familiar with the pain points. Perhaps you need to get it in their own words. Drop into Facebook groups. Speak to your avatars. Ask them, what is it that you're feeling right now? And the second part to that same equation is, what do they want? So if the problem they have is point A, what they want is point B. It's their needs and desires, and they want to travel from point A to point B as quickly and smoothly as possible. And that's where you come in. You need to ask yourself, how can I help get them from point A to point B? What is the path that they can travel that I can help them with? Your offer is within that space. You will offer them tools for transformation that get them from point A to point B. It's like you're the vehicle that will travel them along, and you're going to present it to them as the promise that I will help you get from your point A to your point B with this tool for transformation, and that's my offer. And it's only when we create that offer that we can create impact. And most of us are in this because we want to create impact. We want meaning in our lives, we want to help others, and we want to build great businesses while we're doing it. Creating impact can only happen when you launch an offer. Now, there are lots of different offers out there. Sure, you could do coaching, you could do courses, programs, evergreen courses. There are pop-up workshops, lots and lots of different ways that you can create an offer. But I would encourage you, if you're at the point, as I just described, where making that first offer or an early offer to get paid your worth is something that's a challenge for you, start where you are. Please don't overcomplicate things by thinking you need to create a 12-week program in order to launch your first offer. It's fantastic to have the ambition and want to create your program, and I would encourage you to do so. But I would also say, never let that stop you putting your first offer out. Now, when I put my first offer out, I actually just started where I was, said, you know what, I can get you unstuck. I'm a business coach. I specialize in helping people overcome mindset blocks. That's what I said right at the beginning. I still do, but since then I've added strategic help so I can help people actually formulate their online business and take all the necessary action steps. But I didn't have that on day one. On day one, I knew I could help people take action. And I literally just put the offer out and said, I will do an hour of coaching. We'll go over any of the issues that you've got, find out what's blocking you, get you unstuck and get you moving. And that offer went really, really well. I found that people were coming to me, they were getting that transformation in that 1 hour that they needed, and in time started booking packages with me. But that isn't how I started. I just started with that get unstuck 1 hour. Now, for you, that could look slightly different, but bear in mind the lesson that I'm sharing, which is start where you are, offer something simple and offer it now. Don't wait till you have all of the tools in your toolbox before you're able to say, I am this. You are it right now, and just look to see how you can help and do it. Go through the exercise about your ICA and make an offer. And the reason it's so important is because you are needed. The reason you are pursuing this path is because you have something to share and something to give. And while you're holding it back and you're not making the offer, you are not able to really step into your power. So I hope I've helped you a little today in getting a little bit clearer about making an offer. I would love to hear of what offer you come up with and what your first step is. Please DM me, share it with me. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, of course, please do subscribe. Write me a review on Apple Podcasts, which would be absolutely amazing, and share it with other new coaches. It's my ambition to help 100 coaches personally this year. I've set that as my target, and I want to help many, many more by sharing my podcast. So please get in touch if there's any subjects that you'd like to see me cover, and have an action-filled week. Speak soon. Bye now. And if you'd like to explore what kind of offers you could make so you can make money sooner and have your offer out there, please join me in March for a workshop entitled Creating Offers, Make Money Sooner. I'm going to leave the details in the show notes so you can get on my list and make sure that you're there.